I've got a rust thing happening on my table saw here. What happened was I recently made some lawn furniture and I bought the wood in because it was pissing down rain out, and I put it up here on top of my table saw, not actually thinking about how wet the wood was, and it made this big line of rust down through. Now the reason for this is because my protection that I had on here to begin with has eroded away, so I'm going to renew it today. And I might as well do the whole top while I'm at it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my trusty random morbid sander here, and in this I've got a used 100 grit disc, and that'll get rid of all of the rust plus anything else that happens to be here on the table saw, like drops of glue or bits of paint or whatever. Okay, so that's the 100. I'll take that off and throw it away because it's used out. And I've got this is a 220 grit disc. I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to go over the whole top again. Really, it doesn't need it that much, but it makes it a little bit smoother. For those of you out there who are thinking that sanding the top like this with a random morbid sander is not the way to go, well, I mean, it depends upon how you look at things. This is an old saw, and it was pretty much garbage when I got it. And, it's only through my efforts that I got it fixed up. So I'm not overly concerned about it being, absolutely amazingly flat. That's not a problem for me. I don't think it was to begin with. So the other thing is that cast iron is very hard. So you can sand on this until the cows come home, and you probably wouldn't be able to see it with a straight edge and your naked eye. It's really takes a lot of sanding to get down to the point where you're going to change the shape of this top. So I'm not worried about it at all. All right, I blew all of the dust off and swept it off too as well. And now I've got a paper towel that I'm just wiping the surface with. You can see there's some stuff coming off. This is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to use any solvent on here to clean this. I didn't last time, and the coating held up for however long I've been using this. I think it's at least 4 years. Yeah, I had this. I made this saw back in my old shop. I've been in this new shop for about 4 years now. I think it is actually 4 years. 13 to 17. Yeah. I moved here in 2013. You see. If you guys are keeping up with that stuff, you'd know that. So, like I say, I didn't do it in the first place. I'm not going to do it now. Just going to make sure that all the dirt is off, though. Now the coating I'm using is water-based polyurethane. I've got a little bit in this jar here that will not open. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it open, no problem. I'm just going to take some and dump it right here on the flat part of the table saw. And I'm going to take my half sheet of paper towel, actually, and I'm going to try to soak that in this. And I'm just going to wipe this on like this, circular motion, and that's it. I mean, this is all there is to it. This is what I did in the first place. This is what I'm going to do. See the black stuff there? Anyway. So this leaves behind a very, very thin coat of this stuff, and this stuff is amazingly rust-proof. This is the best way to protect your top from rust, in my opinion. And I got to give credit where it's due. I got this from my good buddy, Heisz, Wendell. And he's absolutely right, like he usually is. He normally is very much right. Except for when it comes to long reach clamps. Oh yes, and push sticks. I forgot about those. Okay, that's it. That's all there is to it. Does it need a second coat? No, I didn't put one on. I don't know if it'd hurt. I don't think that a heavy buildup here is possible when you're putting it on this thin. I would definitely wait until the next day anyway before doing that though, because it needs time to dry, especially if your workshop is still cold, even though it's closing in on the middle of May here. I think it's like 6 degrees Celsius in here, so I'm going to leave this to dry overnight, and it'll be ready to use tomorrow. Oh, hell. Holy shit. I'm gonna break the bottle like that. Ah, there we go. Asshole!